Roberts,
Brittany Hoskins.
Jennifer Chia.
Stephen Nguyen.
and we had the pleasure to work with Mazda Motorsports on a scholarship campaign called Project Yellow Light. Light was created in 2007 by the Garner family. It was created because they tragically lost their son in a car accident. The Garner family basically created this to bring change and bring awareness to distracted driving. Basically, you make a short video to encourage your peers to do not text and drive or drive distracted at all. So the first place winner gets $5,000, second place gets $2,000, and third place gets $1,000. The first place winners for high school and college gets turned into a public service announcement. So now Steven's going to talk about the goals and objectives that we had to accomplish throughout this project.
Thank you, Leslie. Good afternoon, everyone. So initially, after our first meeting with Mazda Motorsports, they told us why they partnered with PYL, and that's because their message was, put down the phone and just focus on driving, as we had presented during our proposal. So after our meeting, we decided as a team to get together and actually formulate together what we thought were our key goals and our objectives in order to meet those goals. So our first goal was actually to plan and execute a high school event with Kenton Cook as our presenter/speaker. Our objective in order to meet that goal was actually to give him a simple presentation kit that would make it so that him or any other driver from Mazda Motorsports would be able to just take a simple small USB and have everything they would need within that USB. Our second objective was to increase college level submissions in California. When we met with our Dean and Nick, they actually told us that there hasn't yet been a California-based winner for the PYL project, which we strongly believe is really unfortunate. So we formulated two objectives to meet this goal. Our first objective was actually to start reaching out to media outlets to let them know about the scholarship program and what it can do for students. Our other objective was actually to host a very own CSUF Irvine event here, where we actually got to talk with students and get their perspective on the scholarship program and what it could do for them. And our last and final goal was to actually lay the foundation for future PYL high school visits. This would actually help because we wanted them to be able, again, to let nationwide drivers be able to present at their local high schools or high schools where they came from. And now I'll hand it over to Leslie, who will talk about our published articles.
So like Stephen said, we wanted to reach out to our key audience about Project Yellow Light. We reached out to over 94 different media contacts. We used Cision to do this, and we also did our own research with Don't Text and Drive, other affiliations, and then other websites we could reach out to that Cision didn't really provide for us. So we did get 3 local newspapers and 3 websites that were very supportive of the Don't Text and Drive. The 3 newspapers were the Daily Titan Online and Press, the OC Breeze, and then La Quinta High School. We also were featured in the Safety One Driving School website, Verizon Wireless, and the AAA Foundation Safety website. Majority of the articles that we sent to them, we did a template press release, and majority of them were feature articles, and then the other ones were just links going straight to the Project Yellow Light website. So one of the biggest obstacles was we reached out to so many different media contacts, and we did only get 6 that got back to us, so that was a little bit of a downfall, but the 6 that did get back to us were so supportive of the scholarship, and we're more than happy to help us out with the Don't Text and Drive. So now I'm going to give it over to Jen. She's going to talk about one of our biggest accomplishments of this project, which was the El Toro High School presentation with Kenton Cook, which is a Mazda Motorsports race car driver and also a Cal State Fullerton student as well. Oh, sorry. These are actually the examples of the articles that we got published. This was Daily Titan, and then this is just an example of one of the links that we got on the Safety Driving School website.
Hi, so we went to El Toro High School with Mazda Motorsports and pro race car driver Kenton Cook to promote Project Yellow Light and inform the students on the dangers of distracted driving. Now, we created a PowerPoint slide and script as a guide for Kenton to read during his presentation. Now, initially, we were supposed to present to 6 classes with 30 students in each class, but word spread throughout the faculty of this great message, and we came out to a total of 617 students, which was great practice for Kenton, though, because he got to practice speaking in front of a bigger audience than expected. And the more and more he presented throughout the day, the more comfortable he began to feel with the presentation and started to ad-lib some of the script and make it his own. We also created flyers and SurveyMonkey cards to pass up to the students so they could go online to SurveyMonkey and fill out the questionnaire that we created so we could get their feedback on what they thought of the presentation and Project Yellow Light itself, like if they were going to pass that message on to their friends or if they were going to enter in the contest. We also did one-on-one interviews with each of the students so we could get some immediate feedback. Some students enjoyed how they were being talked to by a professional race car driver as opposed to their parents or other adults who they may not look up to, well, not look up to, but they may take that as more of a lecture instead. And they felt that they could relate to him more because there wasn't that big of an age difference between Kenton and the students. He was only a few years older than some of the students in the classes. So others of them also felt that the material was very educational and enjoyed how it was presented to them. It was more in like an informal manner than most presentations would be. We encountered some obstacles along the way, such as our equipment when we got to the school did not fit the equipment at the school. But we managed to adapt to that. And also, due to the unexpected amount of students, we ran out of flyers. So we had to copy those flyers in the teacher's lounge on the spot. Yeah. But we managed to overcome those, and it was a learning experience for everyone. And the El Toro High School presentation was an overall success. And we weren't expecting that many students to turn out, and so we had a great turnout, and Kenton did a great job as a presenter. Now we are going to show you the main video on distracted driving that we showed the students at El Toro during Kenton's presentation. This was created by Mazda.
Hi, I'm Elliot Steer, and I'm director of CJ Wilson Racing.
Hi, I'm CJ Wilson. I'm a professional baseball finisher for Los Angeles Angels. My name is Connor DeFilippi, 19 years old, from San Clemente, California. I've been driving cars since I was 14, and I'm 19 now, so I've been in cars for about 5 years. I've been racing for 12 years now, and I'm a Mazda Speed Motorsports development driver.
I'm not just dead weight. I'm here to show you exactly how distracting passengers can be. Muffin, does this look like? Come on, where'd you get that glove, kid? Alright. We're off to that. One of the things I like about Elliot is he's very focused. The funny thing is, I used to text and drive a lot before I started racing. And then once I started racing, I felt like when I would be on the street, I realized how bad the other drivers were. If you're texting and your eyes are down and they're not up. If your eyes are up in the mirrors and you're watching traffic, then you can pay a lot more attention.
To increase college level entries to Project Yellow Light, we couldn't have thought of a better place to start than our own school, Cal State Fullerton. We coordinated with school staffing, our own team, Mazda Motorsports, as well as the Pratt teachers in coordinating this event to make sure it was effective. We decided to hold the event at the Irvine campus on December 4th. Along with what Jennifer said, we also created a college-level flyer and poster similar to the high school poster and flyer. We obtained the approval from our school to post both at the main campus in Fullerton as well as here, as I'm sure you guys have seen walking into our classroom. We also posted flyers around colleges in Riverside and Orange counties. Some of these posters and flyers are still currently posted. As a team, at the event, we had one-on-one interaction with each student, and there was about 87 students that we were able to have that interaction with. We purchased snacks and drinks in order to lure them into our booth so we could speak more on Project Yellow Light. Many of them were interested in the video scholarship until they learned that they actually had to create the video in order to get a chance at winning the scholarship. We had a video of the Project Yellow Light playing at the booth, so it did capture some of their attention. We also had flyers for them to take home, and some of the students actually took more than one. We hope that they will spread the word with other students that could be eligible for the scholarship. With us being able to host our second event, as well as accomplishing our second goal of bringing more awareness to the college level, along with our success came some obstacles. It was a little hectic in the beginning between coordinating with our team as well as CSUF staffing in order to coordinate the event. We also planned to have a Mazda show run car, but we ended up with a non-show run car at the actual event. Our recommendation for the future for this type of event would be to hold it during rush week at the main campus in Fullerton. I'm now going to give it to Stephen to talk about future recommendations as well as our conclusion.
So yes, thank you so much, Brittany. So in conclusion, we as Mazda team strongly believe that we accomplished our goals and objectives. We met a lot of what we intended to do, and we kept it very minimal, just to the point that we could have an impact with other students and other people. And a lot of that came from, going to the high school event and actually talking to over 80 students and getting their actual feedback. Just getting to be able to hear them, just ask them, what do you think about this? And in the end, a great deal of it was that we did get the message across, which is Project Yellow Light's main message: make a video, win a scholarship, save a life. This message was also, again, reiterated when we also went to Cal State Fullerton Irvine event down here. We were able to talk to a lot of students one-on-one, and we got that message across. In general, ultimately, everyone clearly understands that distracted driving is something that we should all develop, young, old, it doesn't matter, because it protects and saves lives. And in conclusion, we were able to even give Mazda a presentation kit in a USB, which includes a edible press release for anywhere, for any driver anywhere in the United States to be able to just edit, put their name in, and which high school they're going to go to, and be able to take it out. It also includes the PowerPoint and videos, the video just as you saw, and also the videos from the past winners of PYL from all years in both college and high school. So we wanted to make, again, the USB so that any driver would have no problem hosting their own event. We also made it so that they didn't need internet connectivity, and made it super simple so that anyone could follow it without too much complications. Lastly, again, we also pitched our media outlets and got them to understand our message, which is again why Leslie said that they were very receptive. Because again, it's a universally accepted truth that distracted driving is a very big no, to use this high school experience to lay the foundation and let you guys be able to take it and all the tools we've given you to continue and make this better, and allow Ken to eventually go back to his own high school and become the hero and present to all these students. But we also recommend to, once they do that, to add in social media presence and let the kids, while during the presentation, use social media. Tweet back at Kenton, tweet at Mazda Motorsports, and to just Instagram Project Yellow Light to keep up that momentum and that trend.
So we wanted to take this time to thank Dean and Nick for letting us work on such an impactful project. We learned so much from you guys, and thank you so much for being patient with us and teaching us the real-world scenarios. And we really hope you guys continue your work with CFU students in the PRAD team.